Hello, everybody. Welcome to the post Minnesota State High School League Adapted Hockey State Tournament review, the CI edition. And yeah, it was a great tournament, so let's get right into it. Starting off with the quarterfinals, Stillwater Matamidi falls to the Cato Knights 6-1. And what a game! What a game for Tokheim, by the way. Um, Also, I want to give a quick shout out to Taylor Tokheim. I believe I already told you about this, Reese, but after the game, uh, he and his mom asked if they could get a picture with me, if I could get a picture with Tokheim, and that just means so much to me. You really have no idea how much it means to me to get a picture with any of the players for that matter. I mean, I started this thing thinking maybe it'll be a good advertising tool. Maybe I can get a couple of high schools to follow me, maybe some players, maybe some coaches. And all of a sudden I've got Youth Hockey Hub mentioning me in a podcast. You know? Biggest um biggest hockey advertising and hockey account in Minnesota, the state of hockey, mentioning me on Rink of Fire. I never dreamed this could have happened, and it couldn't be done the without all of your help. So it really means a lot. But yeah, even something as small as, hey, can I get a picture with you? Absolutely. I will always accept that. And it means so much. It really means so much. I'm dropping a tear here. It means so much. But yeah, what a game for Tokheim. 51 saves on 52 shots, I believe, is what I read.
Yep.
And yeah, I mean, Stillwater Matamita, I just couldn't get past anything. Just couldn't get anything past the wall in the net. If I was on Stillwater Matamita, I would be asking the ref, "Hey, is it legal to have a straight up wall in the net?" I mean, yeah, it was a great game apparently, and yeah, I was able to catch um, third period and about 2/3 of the third period. I got there with about 12 minutes left in the third. But yeah, it was a pretty good game overall. So I was happy to be able to bear witness to that game. Moving on to the second quarterfinal, we've got Lakeville Burnsville Farmington defeating South Washington 10-4. And yeah, again, this one was very unexpected. I don't think anybody had the Blazing Cats taking down the Thunderbolts. And yet here we are, 10-4. It wasn't I mean, it was a 6-goal game. Thunderbolts couldn't get any offense going, and yeah, I saw a couple of the goals. I wasn't able to get. The second period was kind of not all there. I was there for most of the second, and yeah, I mean, Blazing Cats just ran away with it. 10-4 is a insane scoreline. So Maple Grove falls to South Suburban by a score of 11-2, and I mean, this was just the South Suburban crowd was going. They had a student section there. I mean, it was at their home gym. It was at Bloomington Jefferson. Um, yeah, what a game for South Suburban. Go off, and yeah, 11-2 is no joke. They were not playing around.
It was all South Suburban from what I saw from that stream that BEC TV did. It was all South Suburban.
Yeah,
It it wasn't even close. I'm like I watched like the first half a period. I'm like, yeah, Maple Grove just doesn't stand a chance. I mean, even Lakeville, South Washington, 10-4. I thought it was gonna be closer than that.
oh, 100%. Yeah,
I mean, Lakeville did a really good job of shutting down Curtis, and then the second I say that, he gets a breakaway and he like roofs it top shelf. I'm like, well,
Yep. that's
forget everything I ever said.
that's exactly what happened. Yeah. Reese messaged me like, "Hey, Lakeville's doing a good job of shutting down Curtis." Literally, the second he pressed send, I look up and here's Curtis with the puck, just him and the goalie, just him and Alyssa, just, and he roofs it. He puts it in top corner. So yeah, that happened. Let's see. What did the state high school league say? Um, yeah, let's go back up to the Blazing Cats Thunderbolts game for a second, where seventh grader Brady Craigs put in 4 goals, and freshman Gio
Delgado.
Delgado and sophomore Zahaven Kotzian both had hat tricks for the Blazing Cats. In this one, Easton Anderson posted 4 goals and 2 assists for Southeast number 2 victory over Northwest number 1. Caveness led the way with 3 assists and also got 1 goal. And what does it say for the Cato Stillwater game?
Nick Hernandez with a hat trick.
Okay, so Nick Hernandez got 3. Yeah.
Well, Cato also posted the stats as well.
So that is true. Yeah.
Nick Hernandez with 3 goals. Marcus Sierra with 2 goals and assists, including 2 goals that were missed / not counted. So I wonder if the ref either didn't see the puck go in, or there was some, or maybe a body was in the crease or something. And then Jack got the other one. He also had 3 assists as well.
Yeah.
And then Taylor Tokai, man, 51 out of 52 saves.
That's such a good stat line.
980 save percentage.
Yeah, it's insane. Yeah, 98% of all shots did not go in the net that day. So yeah, what a performance by Taylor Tokheim. Anyway, moving on to New Prague over Southern Stars, and when I got there, it was just about the start of the second period, and the Southern Stars led 1-0. It wasn't until about halfway through the second until New Prague finally got going. And once New Prague got going, it was just unstoppable. It became 1-0 and then 6-1 in 2 shifts, pretty much.
Hat trick and an assist from junior Logan Vermel and 2 goals from senior Carter Tupi.
Yeah. Tupi had a Vermel and Tupi, they both have amazing shots. Nothing Madsen could do. But, and then the Southern Stars made it interesting late. They got 2 goals late, but it was just too little too late. But it was definitely a better result than their regular season results against the Trojans. What was those? 9-4 and 12-6?
12-6, yeah.
So yeah, those were the quarterfinals. Moving on to the Consolation Semi-Finals. South Washington Thunderbolts defeat the Stillwater Matamidi Ponies 7-3, and yeah, South Washington just ends the Ponies 10-0 regular season with disappointment and going 0-2 in the state tournament. I mean, the South is simply better than the North, and that is still true. I don't think there's much else that needs to be said. Because Stillwater Matamidi, again, they weren't even necessarily close to losing. I think their closest game was like 8-3 in the regular season. And then as soon as they have to face a Southern team, they can't win.
It just really shows you like how much better the South is than the North. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely a disconnect, we'll say. And then moving on, we've got the Southern Stars taking down the Crimson by a score of 8-5. The Stars shine as the Southern Stars take down the Crimson. We don't really have any stats for that game. Just we know that the Southern Stars took down the Crimson by a score of 8-5. So yeah, with that Consolation Championship, Thunderbolts take down the Southern Stars by a score of 13-3. And yeah, I mean it seems like this one was just domination. Ugh, sorry. Um the Thunderbolts, they did not take that quarterfinal loss lightly. So they come out and win the Consolation Championship by defeating the Southern Stars 13-3. And yeah, I mean, I don't really have much else to say about this one. I don't think the State High School League covered it or any of the.
no, they they did not.
But yeah. Moving on to the semifinals, where we've got the Cato Knights defeating Lakeville Burnsville Farmington by a score of 5-4. Knights advanced to the state championship game for the first time in their program's short 5-year history. And what a story. I remember when John's Journal came out about the Cato Knights all those years ago back in 2022. And I'm thinking, oh, there's a new program in the CI division. Cool. At that point, I didn't really care for the CI division. I was a PI division player, right? That was a long time ago. And you know, I'm thinking, cool. You know, it'll probably take a few years for this program to start really get going, and we'll see what they can do in the future. And then a couple of years ago, they make the state tournament for the first time. I'm thinking, okay, cool. Cato Knights are here. Last year, they make the semifinals, take the third place game into overtime, and lose the heartbreaker. And I'm thinking, okay, this team is for real. And now they're going to the state championship game for the first time in the program's 5-year history. What a story. What a story. There's nothing else to be said. What a story. The story speaks for itself. Now, I'm going to be honest. I wasn't sure if the Cato Knights were going to beat Lakeville Burnsville Farmington. Um, but then Lakeville Burnsville Farmington, you know, ran into a very hot wall named Taylor Tokheim. Again, 51 saves in the quarterfinal, 51 saves in the semifinal as well. I mean, he looked unbeatable, right? 51 saves on 55 shots.
Yep, That's what I'm getting at here.
That means he got
Um,
102 saves on like 107 shots in the first two games of the state tournament.
yeah,
So yeah,
Jack
I mean,
with 2 goals. Marcus, Nick, and Samaji. Is it Samaj or Samaji?
I think it's Samaj.
Okay, Samaj with a goal each. Marcus and Nick with assists as well. And then yeah, Tokheim. Really the story of the quarter and semifinals. 51 saves in both to power them to the state championship.
Or actually, let
And
me correct you here real quickly. He goes by Mage.
Mage, okay.
He just goes by Mage, not Samage. But he just goes by Mage.
All right. Good. Um, eh, yeah, I believe I also commented. I think I commented like a Herb Brooks like gif that says like,
Yep.
"This is your
I remember
time. Their
seeing that.
time is done. It's over."
Yep.
I mean, I was like, hey, maybe give maybe if some of the players or coaches see that, maybe give them a little Herb Brooks miracle motivation.
Oh, Herb Brooks. Yeah. Anyway, with that out of the way, let's move on to South Suburban just destroying the New Prague Trojans 12-3. Trojans fall short in their title defense. Jets advance to the state championship game for the first time since 2002, where they lost to Winona. They did win it in 94 and 95, but they made it in 2002, and I think a couple of times other than 2002. Let me look at my full archive here. That's the PI division. So they made it in 97, 99, and 2002, but they didn't win any of them. And fun fact, all of those losses are to teams that are no longer around in the CI division. Winona and St. Paul Humboldt in both 99 and 97. Unfortunately, I don't have the scores of those games. I was not able to find the 2002 score anywhere. Um, but yeah, I have most of the scores as well. So hey, if anybody's curious, go ahead and ask away. Like, if you want to know any state championship game after 2005, I also have 2003 and 1998, the scores for those championship games. So, hey, if you're curious, ask away in the comment section, ask away in my email, ask away in my Twitter inbox. Go right ahead. But yeah, Jets advanced to the state championship game for the first time since '02, and New Prague just falls short in their title defense. And yeah, South Suburban was just on a roll. Moving on to the third place game, where we've got the Trojans taking down the Blazing Cats by a score of 7-2. And what a bounce back game for the Trojans, first of all. Showing that, hey, we're still around. We are still a really good team. Yes, we just lost a game, what was it, 12-3? I just
12
said
to
the
3.
score.
You just said the score.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. I have short-term memory, apparently. Um, yeah, wow. Trojans, Blazing Cats, the teams that have won all of the championships post pandemic in the third place game. And the Trojans take down the Blazing Cats. And with that, we have reached the championship game, where the South Suburban Jets take down the Mankato Knights by a score of 11-2, and this just broke my heart listening to it. I couldn't watch most of the game because, well, okay. So I was at the Poly Hockey State Tournament, so I was just listening to it, right? I had it on in my headphones. I was watching, admittedly, my ex play. And I was listening to the Cato Knights Jets game. And then when we got in the car, because they had to bring me home as well, my phone was at 15% when we got in the car. And it's a 30-minute drive from here to Shakopee and Shakopee to here. So my phone died. And then when I get home, charge it a little bit, and turn the game back on, all of a sudden the score's like 9-2, I think. So yeah, I wasn't able to watch most of it, but I was able to listen to about the first half of the game. and a little bit at the end. So, yeah, it was nice seeing the Cato Knights play in a championship game, but unfortunately, I don't know why, but I think there's some kind of curse in Mankato right now because, I mean, think about it. They got six a couple of years back, right? So they couldn't win the Consolation Championship game. They got fourth last season, or 2 seasons ago now. They lost in an overtime heartbreaker to South Washington. And now in the championship game, they just lose to South Suburban. So is there some sort of curse in Mankato where they can't win a championship game? I hope not. I love the Knights.
Well, if you look at the results, improvement every year.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe next year's the year they get it done.
Hey, we'll have to wait and see. Yeah. We'll have to wait and see. Hopefully they can. I would love to see the Knights get it done, but this Jet squad is pretty much all going to be back next season.
They have one senior, from what I read.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, seven goals. Easton Anderson with 7 goals in the state championship game, 7 goals in the semifinal game as well, and 18 goals in the tournament, which means 4 in the quarterfinals if I did my math correctly. So Easton Anderson, have yourself a tournament, buddy. Wow. And Tokheim, I don't know how many saves he made, but yeah, it always sucks letting in more than 5. But there was nothing he could do against the Jets. There was really nothing.
Those were just really well placed shots.
Yes. But yeah, I mean, still, what a story for Mankato. You know, I mean, they've only been a program for 5 years, and here they are in the state championship game. So, what a story for Mankato. And yeah, anything else you want to say before we get into our little special thing that we have set up that we do after every state tournament?
I just wish, like, this was a closer game. I know you mentioned it in the tournament preview. Like, last year was the exception that it was not a, what was it, 5 or 6 goal
I
differential
think it was
in
9.
the 9. Oh Jesus.
Yeah,
Okay.
9.
Oh boy. Yeah. I just wish these games were closer.
Yeah. Nothing much else to say there. So with that, we move on to the Everything Minnesota Adapted Post Tournament Awards, presented by yours truly, Everything Minnesota Adapted. Now, short disclaimer: these are not official awards. All awards are made up by me and Reese, unless said otherwise. And this first one is the official awards, the all tournament team. So on the all tournament team, we have Ben Madsen from Shakopee Prior Lake Southern Stars, Asher Lang from South Washington, Sahaven Kotzian from Lakeville Burnsville Farmington, Gio Delgado from Lakeville Burnsville Farmington, Carter Tupy from New Prague, Nikos Patron from New Prague, Taylor Tokheim from Mankato, Nick Hernandez from Cato, Jock Okumo from Cato, Josh Ruse from South Suburban, Easton Anderson from South Suburban, and Prince Yikshun Jr. Yikshun. How do you say it again?
I think it's Yixin.
Yikshun.
Yep. Or Yikis. I think it's Yikison.
Yikison.
Yeah. We'll go with that.
And with that, here are the unofficial awards that we will be giving out. Best offensive duo. Now, short disclaimer for the best offensive duo. This is not including any centers. It has to be a forward and a forward, not a center and a forward. Defensive MVP. Most valuable goalie. Coach of the season. Consolation Bracket MVP. Third place MVP. And of course, tournament MVP. So, with that, let's get right into it with best offensive duo. Our finalists, we try to have 3 finalists for each of them. We do have one that has 4 finalists, but we try to get it down to 3 finalists. So the finalists for best offensive duo: Nick Hernandez and Marcus Sierra from Mankato, Easton Anderson and Betsy Malika from South Suburban, and Nikos Patron and Carter Tupy from New Prague. The winners from South Suburban, we had to go with Easton and Betsy. I mean, come on. They had so many tournament points together, and they were really an offensive duo. I mean, Easton scored 7 in the championship game and 14 on Saturday alone. So, yeah. Best offensive duo, it's hard to argue against Easton and Betsy for this one. Moving on to the defensive MVP. Our finalists, we've got Kellen Britz from Mankato, Prince Yikishin Jr. from South Suburban, and Caden Bell from New Prague. The winner for defensive MVP was the only guy who made the all-tournament team on this list, Prince Yikishin Jr. from South Suburban. Kellen was definitely a great, great player. I mean, he played almost every minute of every game. Right? He was an Iron Man. He was the Iron Man of Mankato. It really is as simple as that. So, shout out to
Right.
Kellen. Go
I
ahead.
mean, it just doesn't really compare to what Prince was able to do back there for South Suburban. Like, he knows what to do. He's smart with the puck. He knows where to go with it. Like, I don't think I ever saw him throw it up the middle once.
Yep.
Everything was to the sides or way down there.
The only thing that Prince did wrong is that he got 1 penalty when I was watching in the quarterfinals. So
I did see he did get that penalty, yes.
So yeah. But other than that, he was an amazing defender. Simple as that. Moving on to most valuable goalie. Our finalists are Alyssa Bonacera from Lakeville, Burnsville, Farmington, Taylor Tokheim from Mankato, and Josh Ruse from South Suburban. Our winner for most valuable goalie, and he's going to be excited when he sees this because, well, honorable mention Ben Madsen. But anyways, as I was saying, he is going to be really excited when he sees this because from the Mankato Knights, we had to go with Taylor Tokheim. I mean, come on. In the 3 games prior to the state championship game, 74 saves, 51 saves, 51 saves. That is, let's see here. 74 plus 51 plus 51. That's 176.
74 plus 102, 176.
So, yeah. He made 176 saves in 3 games. 3 playoff games, mind you. So it's hard to argue against Tokheim. Alyssa had an amazing regular season. And Roos had an amazing tournament too. He only let up 7 goals. But simply because of late dominance, we had to go with Taylor Tokheim. Moving on to Coach of the Season. Our finalists, we've got Aaron Walton and Chris Tomberlin from South Suburban. Dylan how do you say it? Bocher?
Betcher.
Betcher. That's right, Betcher. Dylan Betcher from Mankato. And Matt Iverson from Shakopee Prior Lake. And much like the PI Division 1, this was the biggest toss-up in our mind. And the reason why is because they all have very good cases. Betcher, I mean, come on. Let's be honest here. He's coached Cato all 5 seasons, and he brought them to a championship game in just 5 years. That's recruitment, that's coaching, that's a lot of great things that's happening down in Cato. And yeah, Walton and Tomberlin from South Suburban, I mean, they're co-head coaches, which is why they're both here. We can't just have one and leave out the other for coach of the season, so we had to bring them both. And yeah, I mean, Tomberlin and Walton they brought South Suburban to their first title since 95. And Iverson just led the Southern Stars to their first state tournament appearance. Yes, they got knocked out in the quarterfinals, but then they won the Consolation Semi-Finals and made a Consolation final appearance, which is huge. That's a huge step for a program, especially after being like 1-9 last season.
And especially for how young they are as well.
Yeah, this is a young team as well. So with that all in mind, our coach of the season from the Mankato Knights, Dylan Betcher. And I feel like I've said enough. Reese, do you want to add anything more?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I said it in the PI video. I'll say it in this one. Every coach has an argument in their own right. Iverson leading in year 4 of his 10 years as Southern Stars head coach. 2 seniors graduating. A lot of sophomores, a lot of juniors, a couple 8th graders coming back. South Suburban, Walton and Tomberlin, 16 years with the Jets. Finally being able to get over that hump. Finally being able to make state championship after so many years of coming close and coming up short. Now, I mean, and Dylan Betcher, I mean, when I look at this team, it starts with culture. And I'm throwing out that word because I'm in a leadership class, and that word gets thrown out a lot in that class. And the culture that he has built with the assistant coaches Kylie Olsen and Travis Volk as well, I mean, that's a winning culture right there. I mean, you have to have players and coaches who are committed to that culture. Set the culture, let the players build it, let them feed off of it, and look what happens. State championship in year 5. I mean, great things are coming for that program.
Absolutely. Yeah. I feel like I said everything when I needed to say when I was introducing the finalists. But yeah, culture is where it starts, and I think Betcher has definitely done a great job building that. Moving on to the Consolation Bracket MVP. Finalists, we've got Asher Lang, Logan Curtis, Jordan Naday, and Ben Madsen from the Southern Stars. The winner from South Washington, it had to be Logan Curtis. I mean, he was a force all season, but this is specifically Consolation Bracket, and yes, Asher made the all-tournament team, but Logan Curtis was their leading scorer. I think he got I'm pretty sure he got a lot of goals in that Consolation Championship from what I've heard. Yeah, when one player is as unstoppable as Curtis, I mean, there's nothing else really to say. With that, we move on to the third place MVP finalists. We've got Logan Bermel, Carter Tupi, and Nikos Patrin. And this one was tough because there were two players who made the all tournament team and both were amazing. Tupi and Patrin were both amazing players. However, only one had to win, and that would be Nikos Patrin. And the simple reason why is, well, he's the center. And the center is the most important position in CI, right next to goalie. And yeah, I mean, there's nothing else really to say. With that, we have reached Tournament MVP. Our finalists for Tournament MVP: Taylor Tokheim from Mankato. Again, amazing goalie. He's going to be stoked when he finds out he was a finalist for the biggest award here. Um, yeah, again, he made 176 saves in 3 games. So, yeah, it was really hard to leave him out, and we just couldn't leave him out. And yeah, here he is as a finalist on the second place team. Easton Anderson from South Suburban. I mean, come on, 18 goals, 14 goals on Saturday alone. That's insane output. And the other goalie, Josh Ruse. I mean, again, like, Ruse. Ruse had a great tournament. He only let in 7 goals, but we don't know how many shots he faced, and considering the scores, I highly doubt it was that much. So, with that, the tournament MVP for 2026 CI Division Floor Hockey from South Suburban, Easton Anderson. I mean, you just can't deny his output of pure goal scoring, and I think he had a bit of playmaking in there too, did he not?
Yeah, I mean, from what I saw, he can score from anywhere. He can pass the puck. He can really do it all on the offensive end. I
Yeah.
mean, his shot's just incredible. I mean, I know in the PI video you mentioned you versus who was it?
Aiden Olson.
Yeah, you versus Aiden Olson. How about you versus Easton Anderson?
Oh God.
Like
Problem
that's
is,
just
the
that's best on best right there.
thank you, thank you. Um, yeah, the problem is I have heart problems, and I don't think Easton would have that considering he's on the Jets and not the Flyers. So, yeah. With that, do
And
you go ahead?
and playing stand up's a lot harder than just sitting in a chair and taking up a lot of the net.
Yeah. Oh yeah, a lot harder. But yeah, with that, Reese, do you have any finishing touches before we move on to the outro?
Not that I can think of. I mean, all these were great in their own right. I mean, Ruse, really a goalie. Like you said, don't know how many shots he faced considering the scores. Tokheim really stood on his head to get the Knights in that position in the first place. But yeah, Easton Anderson, 18 goals, just unheard of. Kind of like Nolan St. Sauveur in
Oh yeah.
soccer. And only a sophomore, too. Holy cow.
Oh my
Oh
God.
my. Watch out.
Uh oh.
Oh boy. Yeah,
That's not ideal for the rest of the CI teams.
relatively young team too. A lot of juniors and well, Ruse and Malika are juniors. Easton's the only outlier at a sophomore.
How many seniors do they have? Don't they only have one?
They have one, and that's Yikishin.
Oh, okay. But on that note, thank you all so much for watching. If you need to contact me, you can do so at everythingminnesotaadapted at gmail.com, on X, formerly known as Twitter, at allmnadapted, on Facebook Messenger at everythingminnesotaadapted. You can contact Reese at his Instagram at Northstar Adaptive. Go follow him. He does an amazing job over there. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a comment, leave a like, leave a subscribe. It means so much to us to be able to do this, and I know I'm going to say this every season, but it really is bittersweet um, seeing all these athletes play and being able to do all this and being really the only one that covers adapted athletics as much as we do. It really means a lot to us, and yeah, it just means so much. I cannot express to you guys enough how much we love each and every one of you who watches every week or multiple times a week for power rankings and um all that good stuff, games of the week, all of it. It means so much to us, and again, I'm dropping a tear here, but it really means a lot just being recognized at the state tournaments, like even if it's just hey podcast guy, or some people know me by name, some people call me Caden. I'm sure Reese would get recognized too, probably because he's going to be the only redhead there.
Yep. It's really not that hard to. I stick out like a sore thumb.
Well, yeah, you've got orange hair, of course you do. Yeah, hopefully he can make the softball tournament, and yeah, it means so much to us, and we cannot express to you guys enough how much we love doing this, and for the foreseeable future, we're gonna keep doing this, and it's all worth it, 100%. So thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all so much for this entire season, and we hope to see you back for softball, as that is coming up in a few short weeks. We believe that the softball, not the state tournament. State tournament's still a while away, but the softball um, season starts, I think, on March 25th, which is not too long away from now. So, yeah, we hope to see you all there for that. And yeah, again, thank you all so much for watching. As always, we'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.